Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the Dominic Mysterio, a part of WWE Elite Series 105. This is a figure I am super excited to have because I have been in love with Dominic Mysterio as of late, and the whole Judgment Day. I think they're all really fun to watch on TV. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of an older version of Dominic Mysterio with his hair looking a little weird. I like the more Eddie Guerrero style hair that he has going on right now. So I did see we have renders of that. That figure might potentially be coming in a couple series. Maybe we'll see it by like a SummerSlam or like maybe around Survivor Series. Sometime this year, I would anticipate, if not early next year. But yes, we did see early renders of Dominic Mysterio with that nicer, cooler hairstyle he has going on. But this, of course, is the older one. It's not like it's a bad head sculpt or anything like that, a bad look for Dominic Mysterio. It's just not the more modern look, of course. So I guess let's go ahead and get into it. Starting with the front of the box, you have this new window packaging right here, this new style of box. They do update these every few years, and I think this is so far my favorite design that I've seen from them. I think it looks really good. It gives you a nice window of the figure while using a little bit less plastic. So I think that's what they were going for, just using a little less of that, which I think works. I could see something like this implemented over at the Marvel Legends line, because I know they're trying to figure out how that works over there. So I do like to see that. So on the side of the box, you have the exact same image, just over here on this side. Then we have a nice, just real image of Dominic Mysterio right there. Everybody else in the wave. I did see Braun and Scott, and I think I saw Carmelo, but everyone else was gone. I don't really care about the rest of the wrestlers in here. I saw that Johnny Gargano. It doesn't really look right to me compared to the older Johnny Garganos. I know there's the what's it called? The Johnny Gargano leg syndrome, where he has that leg sculpt that people aren't the biggest fan of. I don't mind it too much, but specifically with that figure, I think that the face looks off. It doesn't look like Johnny Gargano. And then the last Braun Strowman I had, I don't know, for how big he is, to make him so hollow and light, he feels a lot more fragile. Of course, I don't know about that one, but the last one I had, it's not what I want. I want my big figures to feel weighty. Even if that uses a little bit more plastic, I think I would appreciate it. I think it would work better and just go a long ways in that immersion, I think. And then I don't really care about Scott Steiner. I know a lot of people have been wanting him for a while now. He's not a wrestler I like. I really want to get that Io Sky, but I never saw her. And then Carmelo Hayes, it's an NXT guy. I don't really watch NXT. I've been trying to get into it, but like wrestling in general, it's just difficult to watch right now. I don't really have like TV, so you know, it's kind of one of those things where I watch when I can. I know I could watch that on Peacock, but, you know, you're a day behind. Everything's been spoiled, so I don't know. On the side of the box, we just have Dominic Mysterio one more time, just in case you weren't sure who you were buying. And now we are back to the front of the box, so we can transition to the figure. Okay, so this is pretty much all you get. Obviously, you don't get too much with this figure. Unfortunately, let's start with the hands. Of course, you have these cool hands. I believe if you put them together, it just says Stereo. I think this is missing something, right? Unless, because I would say if you put it together, it would probably say like, I don't know, Mysterio, right? That's RIO. That looks like a Z on the first finger. I can't really tell. But you do have a panther tattoo right there. That's odd. That's super odd to me. Does this? Oh, yeah. So this is just missing tattoos on the knuckles. That's a bummer. So if you put it together, of course, it says Mysterio. So that's an E, I guess. It doesn't look like an E. But I digress. You put it together, spells the words. It's just missing on both the fists. Both the fists are missing their lettering. That's super lame. I don't know why they did that. But you have a fist here and a grabby hand here, and then this fist, of course, he's gonna fall, isn't he? If I let go of him, there we go. This one is, what do you guys think? Oh, a snake, kinda. That looks pretty cool, and then all the tattoos on the figure itself. Before I go any further, I do have this little jacket here that came with the Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Roman Reigns 3-pack. I think this would actually fit Dominic's aesthetic, just because he wears plaid a lot. Not necessarily like cut off plaid like this, but you know, I still think it would kind of work for him. He might be a little too small, but I did try it on an edge, and it worked on the edge. So if it worked on the edge, it might work on Dom, especially being baggy. It might just add to the aesthetic. Where is the shoulder thing? That should pull up. Oh, it doesn't want to. I don't want to break that. I might have to give this thing a fig bath before I go any further. That actually adds a lot. Now I'm really excited to get that new Dominic Mysterio head sculpt, because that looks perfect for Dominic Mysterio. You have the bagginess that he would definitely rock with. The shirt, oh, I love that. I love that a lot. I was really hoping that would work. So I'll put that on later. I think that looks great. Of course, this doesn't come with the figure like I said, but it does work with the figure. So if you do have that 3-pack and you want to make your Dom look better, because you probably won't need it for the Brock anymore, with all things considered, there you go. There's something you can use that shirt for in the future. But you do have this nice Judgment Day shirt, which looks wonderful. I love the Judgment Day aesthetic they have going on. So if I just pull this off and show you guys up close, it is like a Grim Reaper just staring over Judgment Day. Very cool looking. You have the, whatever those are called, the judgment things, you weigh them. I don't know the words. But you have that looking pretty cool. Nice shirt right there. I believe this is officially the first Judgment Day member I have. I mean, I have like Finn, I have Damien, I have Rhea, but none of them in their Judgment Day form. So this is technically the first Judgment Day member I have as an action figure, so that's pretty cool. Though, now that I think about it, I don't think we have any Judgment Day members. Well, I think Rhea recently had one with the purple shirt, but I always thought that purple shirt looked really, really weird. That was an awkward, weird attire. We could definitely use an updated Rhea to really fit her more modern look, because she's really changed a lot in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways she hasn't. She still has kind of like that emo biker gothic chick thing going on, but it's much more advanced. There we go. That shoulder was scaring me. I wasn't sure if it was going to break or not. But it's much more advanced the way she dresses now. So I'd love to see a more modern version of her aesthetic as a figure. So we definitely, honestly, we could use an Ultimate Edition of her, because we do not have enough Ultimate Edition females. I believe the last one we got was Bianca. No, the last one we got was the Asuka, which I have not found. I really want to get my hands on that Asuka. I think she looks amazing, but you know, fighting figures has been really hard lately. So you have this nice Mysterio-esque top. This is what he would normally wear. I believe in the render I saw, it was going to be the black leather top of the new figure. I don't know why I keep talking about it, but I'm really excited for it. It was like that all black, but then the lines were just replaced with like that pleather material on the figure. Of course, it would not be that. It would probably just be, I don't know what it would be. It would just be like a shinier paint. Probably not, because they don't really get that complicated. But I digress. It's essentially the same look under the shirt, just different head sculpt, and that is it. You have the nice Rey Mysterio style legs. These actually, I believe, I don't know, they're small enough. These could be Rey's legs with the paint. Of course, he doesn't like his father, but he still, you know, keeps the Mysterio thing going. And then I mentioned the Johnny Gargano syndrome. Apparently, Dom has it on this. Basically, what it is instead of having the boot cut at the top of the boot where it should be, it's right here, just a little ways down. And a lot of people don't like that. I don't like it either, but I also don't care. I can live with it. Oh, he has pinless legs. That's a new thing they're doing. That's cool. That's exciting. That's not as tight as the Usos. The Usos were admittedly a little tight. I know when I did the review, I was like, it's not the biggest thing in the world. But after messing with it for a few days after that review, which hopefully that is up for this video, it is a little egregious, and it really harms the enjoyment of those figures, I think. But this isn't bad at all. This is exactly where that should be. So like I mentioned, they always implement these new things, and then they're a little rough at first. Like when they first did the double jointed elbows, I remember those being really tight. As they get used to doing it, it gets a lot better. I don't know how long in between releases it's been since they did the pinless knees with the Usos and with Dominic. But it's improved since that figure that I had. So I guess we went over everything. You do have the scales down here with the skull, the purple on his boots, everything looking pretty cool. So let's go over articulation, starting with this head sculpt, which can wiggle side to side. You do have a little bit of a goatee going on there, Dom. Just a little unshavenness. It looks pretty cool. I do like that they featured that. He just has he doesn't have a face meant to not have a little bit of facial hair and have slick back hair. It just makes him look so weird. Definitely his hairstyle he has now looks a lot better. But it can wiggle side to side, rotates all the way around like so. Going back, really not at all. Going forward, not much. You're not getting much out of the head sculpts here. Arm comes up to about right there. Rotates all the way around. Swivel at the bicep, rotates all the way around. Double jointed pinless elbows comes up to about right there. Pretty good looking. Wrist goes in, wrist goes out, wrist goes all the way around. Ab crunch with the going backwards, about right there, not too much. Going forward, about right there, and again, not too much. Add the legs into it. That is about what I would want out of a figure. About 90, if I had to guess. Legs come up to about right there. Nice, decent kick. He can do the splits just as well. Swivel at the thigh, rotates all the way around like so. A little wonky looking when you turn it, but of course you can turn it if you need to. Double jointed pinless knees, like I mentioned earlier, comes up to, wow, all the way right there. That is really, really good. Swivel at the boot, like I mentioned, right there. Swivels all the way around. Ankles. Oh, ankles are always tough. It goes down. You just got to force it. I don't like to. I'm sure it goes more than that. I really don't want to break the ankles because these are always super stiff. And up, again, not much, but and you do have a wiggle right there, so it can wiggle left to right. So that is the Dominic Mysterio figure. I know I rambled a lot about things that weren't this Dominic Mysterio figure, but I love Judgment Day. It's probably my favorite thing going in WWE right now, alongside like Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes is great. I'm interested in the Rock thing they have going on right now. WWE is just kind of on fire right now, which is weird because there's so much negative to do with WWE. So it's hard to root for them, but it is nice to see they're succeeding in some ways. But yes, I am a fan of this figure. I'm a fan of the character in general, and can't wait for more. I just, I can't wait for the nicer version of this figure, but I'm happy with this figure in itself. So anyways, I have been thoroughly annoying in this review, so thank you guys so very much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. All the things YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well, and I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.